Alright, welcome to Josh Anderson Art. Continuing in a series of drawing, a daily drawing of my favorite old cartoons from childhood. Today I'm drawing Turbo Teen. This is another one of those drawings that's really hard to do because it's almost impossible to find a good, high quality image to draw. Everything I found has been really low res, and I'm also like for this one I think Turbo Teen, since he's a guy who transforms into a car. It's kind of like, what do you pick? Do you pick the guy form? Because then he's just a guy. That's boring. Or do you pick the car form? Well, then he's just a car. And so I thought the best thing to do would be to kind of catch him in the middle of a transformation. So that kind of narrowed me down too. I had to find a transformation scene that showed the whole, where he's completely in the frame, but high enough quality where I could see stuff. And in the intro, there's this scene where he's kind of 3/4 like this, but I could never find a clear enough frame to where I could even see the details on his shirt. And even this one, it's like I don't know how some people get better images, maybe just straight off a DVD or something. But this one, somebody had made a meme out of it. And even this one, I can't, like, the axles here and everything are just so dark I can't even hardly see what to draw. I wish I've already wasted a lot of time looking for something, but I wish I could find better stuff to draw from. It would make these drawings a lot more fun and go quicker. These drawings that I do, these daily drawings, ever since I started back in the fall of 2018, have been live drawings using YouTube's live streaming. But today I'm just I want to see how this looks. I'm pre-recording this with it's just a Fuji point and shoot camera that I have. It's like a waterproof one. And I've made other videos using this camera and they've come out decent. Definitely not anything high quality, but not too bad. Because the streaming camera that I have, the webcam, is just horrible. It's very low quality. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the poor quality of my videos. But I don't have the money to go and buy nice stuff. So I'm hoping something here will work a little bit better. So just using this Fuji point and shoot. I'm hoping to one day monetize my YouTube again. I had it monetized, and I was starting to watch my money build up. You have to make at least $100 to be able to cash in on anything, and I was watching my money go up and up and up, and then all of a sudden, the beginning of 2018, YouTube decided to change all their rules and make it way harder to monetize and to earn any money. Unless you're like some star already on YouTube, which really stinks for everybody else. So their new criteria is you have to have 1,000 subscribers and then I think it was 4,000 watch hours, which interestingly enough I was able to get that. So I have the watch hours, or at least I did at that point. You have to keep it up too, which is hard, but subscribers, I've slowly been watching them go up over the year, and I think I'm close to around 600 now or something like that, which is awesome. Over halfway there. If YouTube doesn't all of a sudden change all the rules again. Thanks, YouTube. But yeah, anyway, so I was saying, I wanted to monetize this, and then if I could actually be bringing in some money to sort of justify spending more time and money to put into it, then I might actually, it might be worth it for me to buy a nice camera and microphone and everything to do these videos. Like I want to, and also like if I get more viewers and stuff, people who are actually interested in the art and watching it and stuff, then I might start making some better, more well put together videos on how to draw videos, like cartooning. A lot of this is just, it's like the chicken or the egg. Do you put it out, do you make a good quality video to try to get people to watch? Or do you start getting people watch and then start making better quality? I don't know. It's with my life right now and just how much time I don't have to do things. It's really hard to justify anything that's not going to be time-wise and money-wise bringing in anything, like any money. And I would like to do some instructional videos, and then some just fun, like vlog type stuff would be fun too. I had started, actually, what I started monetizing was my DIY playlist that I thought of. Like just, I thought, every time I do a house project, it's like I go through this learning process to figure out like how to change this thing, or how to do this thing or another. And I thought, like, what if I just captured all this on video, and that way I could make it available on YouTube for anybody else who's in the same kind of situation as me, like trying to fix their water heater, their swamp cooler, or whatever. And one of them I did was I changed the fuel pump in my Hyundai Tucson, and that video just exploded. At least for me, relatively, it was kind of huge. I know a lot of people don't consider 30,000 views anything, but for me that was just far, far more than anything I'd ever gotten. That was helping me. I was watching my numbers just go up, and it was looking cool and just inspiring me to put more time and stuff into it. And then when YouTube changed their thing, I thought, I don't have time to waste making DIY videos about things. Like a lot of the stuff was just me sort of exploring and figuring things out, and I just don't have the time unless it was bringing me money. And I know more than a few people found those videos to be helpful, and we're actually doing the same thing to their Hyundai and stuff. So YouTube people who are in charge, if you're ever listening to this, I know there are lots of other creators like me out there who would love to be doing more and putting more content out if it paid off for us. And I know like their reasoning for it was to cut down on spamming and a bunch of junk channels that were created and abusing the system. But I think you're punishing a lot of people who aren't doing anything wrong, who are adding value to YouTube, and they're being punished now and can't even make any money. See all this shirt detail right here, like just in the screenshots I got, like I just could not see any of those lines. It's just a big red blur. And just like if you've never watched, I've explained all this stuff over and over every time I do a live video, but if you're just tuning in, this series that I'm doing, like the primary purpose is just to keep myself drawing every day. Like drawing skills do atrophy, but also like it's fun and nostalgic and stuff, and so I wanted to kind of do these characters as close to what I remember them as possible. And so that means finding a still right from the show, because if you just Google these characters, you just get all kind of stuff, and really it's a lot of like people's deviant art versions and stuff, and that's not what I want. I don't want somebody else's drawing. I want to do the character from the show as I remember them, and it's turned out to be a lot harder than you would think to find. So most of my shows, I grew up in the 1980s and 90s, so most of my cartoons are from that era, but also lots of reruns from the 50s, 60s, 70s shows. Scooby-Doo is, me and my brother, is probably one of our top all-time favorite shows, and that was started in 1969, but mostly was a 70s cartoon, the first original runs of Scooby-Doo. Turbo Teen was very short-lived. I think Wikipedia said there were only something like 13, 15 episodes, but I barely remember this. And cartoons like this that kind of were hard to catch on TV and like short-lived and stuff, they were always more of a treat. It was like this gem that you found, and one day we saw it on like Saturday morning or something. It was like, oh, that was cool, and then like you wouldn't be able to find it again for a while or something, or they'd take it off the air and you'd never see it again. And so those actually have like some kind of a rarity value to them. I could go on and on and on about that, and like how rarity adds value to things. And now with the internet, almost nothing is rare anymore. Like especially music-wise, I was huge into music and stuff in the 90s growing up as a kid, and part of that was going on these searches to try to find certain CDs that I heard about or read about and I had to hear, and like how rare they were and out of print and blah 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 blah. But now pretty much it's all on YouTube, and I'm partly to blame for that actually, because my channel, actually here on this channel, I have a collection of the music I used to listen to that I could not find anywhere else online. I couldn't find on YouTube, so I provided it to YouTube. And those are actually some of my most watched videos. I think probably the lion's share of everyone who is subscribed to my channel is because of the music that they wanted to try to find. They found like this nostalgic, most of it's Christian music from the 90s, and more of the rare stuff. It's not the stuff that you'll easily find anywhere else.
Stormy night, when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skid into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer rays, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer rays, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer rays, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer rays, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer rays, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer rays, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The Incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I plunged into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I plunged into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I plunged into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I plunged into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I plunged into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I plunged into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. Incredible Turbo Team! Now, it was a causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it's a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I concentrated into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it's a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I concentrated into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. Now, it's a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I concentrated into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it's a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I concentrated into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it's a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I concentrated into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it's a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I concentrated into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it's a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I concentrated into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. I car speeded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it's a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it's a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it's a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one. The incredible Turbo Team! Now, it's a stormy night when a bolt of lightning forced me off the road. My car skidded into a government laboratory where a top-secret experiment was underway. I swerved into the path of Dr. Chase's molecular transfer ray, causing me and my car to become one.